Hey everybody, how's it going? Look, it's been a long time since I've done a video, so sorry about that, but thanks for tuning in today. And seeing as it's a week away from Christmas, I figured I'd take this sweet Christmas cactus and put it in this pot today and make a fun little bonsai succulent, so join me. So the story behind this plant is, my wife and I did our sort of annual road trip up the coast, and we were in Cambria, awesome town. If you ever get a chance, you should go. Cambria. Anyway, this was at a nursery, a really small nursery that we saw a sign for as we were walking around downtown, and we thought, let's check it out. So we went, and this Christmas cactus was there, and it really stood out to me. I'm normally not a huge fan of this plant, but this one in particular, I'll zoom in and show you the trunk. It's got a really cool trunk, so I thought that would be a cool subject for a video for you guys. So that's the idea behind it. Doesn't really have any blooms, but these guys are called Christmas cactus from what I understand, from what I've read, because they often bloom in the wintertime. And this one I think had red flowers. There's a dead one that fell off of it earlier, so hopefully it'll bloom a little bit more, but I think it'll look really cool being able to get it out of this pot and put it in a bonsai pot so you can see a lot of the trunk. So let's do it. Alright, so this should be a pretty easy process. I don't think I'm going to trim any of this. So first I'm going to start with my pot, and I don't have a screen today, or I can't find mine, so I'm just going to grab a rock to go over the hole. And got my trusty Folders coffee thing, which I use to mix my soil. And for this, I'm just using a Cactus. Oh, that's a cool word. Cactus and succulent mix. Half of that mixed with the Turfus kind of oil absorbed stuff that I've been using for the last year, and it seems to be working well with my other plants, so I'm going to keep that combination going. Yeah, so let's get to it. So got my pot here ready to go. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this in there, just to get the bottom covered, and then I'm going to set that to the side and start on the plant. All right. So upon pulling it out, you can see the trunk a little bit better. Hopefully, the lighting's like super bright right now, so hopefully you can see. It's definitely like middle of the day. It's noon here, and being in California, always sunny. But hopefully we have rain coming in the next week. I think we have at least a day of it, so we're hoping for that. But start by just initially breaking up the soil here, and then I'll take my pick here, kind of pick at it. So you can see the trunk a lot better. This thing is actually cool. It looks like a hand like this, or like that. So, yes. Alright, not a ton of roots, but I'm going to trim these back a little bit, just to give it some space to grow in the new pot. And because this thing is actually extremely top heavy, I'm going to grab some wire, and we're going to do some wiring on the pot here, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my pot with the wire ready to go, and what I did was, this only has one hole in the pot, so there's a technique that you can use a nail where you wrap it around on the bottom and then pull the two ends of the wire through. So I'll do a zoom in on that so you can see what that looks like. Let's get back to trimming this guy. So he's actually pretty close. I don't want to take off too much just because he does have a decent amount of foliage. So let's clear this off to the side and kind of place him. So pretty simple because I'm not doing a lot with this. Real quick, I chose an earthy colored pot because what I wanted it to do was, when this thing blooms, I really want that to be the focus, not the pot. So I want the pot to be pretty neutral. And I think it fits the sort of desert trunk and the desert look of the plant, while the red will really make it pop. So that's sort of the intentionality behind that. Yeah, so I think that position looks pretty cool, like that, sort of at an angle, like it's like a statue of a hand up in the air. So yeah, I think I'll start adding in my stuff. Take the end of this and get it down in the roots there. had to bail on you guys. I realized I needed to go to work, so I ran out of time. So what I ended up doing was I just stopped the camera and finished the rest of it real quick, or at least got it in the pot. I couldn't leave it out of the pot, so I got it in the pot and watered it and kind of set it. And it's the next day now, so what I did is I did a few more things. Just because it's got such a desert look, what I did is I had some of this crushed rock, some DG, decomposed granite, or at least crushed rock, I don't know what it was, but got it from a desert nursery a couple months ago, and I sprinkled it over the top of the soil so it gives it totally a desert look, and added this light colored rock here. So yeah, we're basically done. So it's watered up, it's planted, and well, I also tightened the wire on it and trimmed off the excess so you can't see it. It's under the gravel here. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. So I'll get some close-up shots so you can see it in detail, and hope you enjoy it. Well, everyone, thanks so much for watching this episode of Poor Man's Bonsai. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas edition with this Christmas cactus here. And yeah, please stay tuned. I'm hoping to do a lot more videos in the new year. I got a lot of material for future videos, so stay tuned. I'll do an update on this guy if it ends up flowering with the red flowers. I think that'll look really cool. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys, and we're a couple days away from Christmas now, so I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Have a good one.